Hello and welcome to Global Business. I am Imewore Uyomokai. We continue our series on poverty and inequality in the Nigerian society, the widening gap between the rich and the poor. I'm at Yimitu community in Abuja, or in the FCT. It's under the Abuja Municipal Area Council. And of course, it is about 1 hour away from the city center. I told you there are many places in Abuja that you never knew about, but you'll be finding out through this program. Well, let's go into the community and see what kind of poverty that is rearing its ugly head right here. We'll also show you the road to Yimitu community. Let's go. How is life here in Yimitu?
Although the life here is so boring, one, there is no light, there is no water, there is no school. And we need the government help. We need the government to help us.
So you mean in this whole of this community, no light, no school?
No school, because only the school that we have here is private, and most of the parents cannot afford to put their children in private. Apart from government, because most of the children now, they are not going to school. And where I teach as a teacher, I teach in a private school, and I know how much to register only one child. And most of the parents cannot afford it. So if it's government school now, we know that most of the parents can afford to pay something in government school.
What is the living condition like here? I mean, toilets, bathrooms, play area. What is the living condition like?
Like the one that you are talking about, like most of us that rented a house, we know that a room here that half ceiling is 30,000 naira. And most of the house, the landlord can able to put toilets. And most of the landlords that have the fear of God can put toilet. And most of them that doesn't have the fear of God will tell you that they doesn't have money to do toilets. So you need to go to the bush and pass through your toilets.
What do you think government can really do about this, taking people here out of, because this is poverty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
So what do you think government can do to take people out of poverty?
Really, I'm really begging, let government come to our aid. Like the school, because education is real. Without education, we are going nowhere. So I really need government to help us with our education. 1, 2, light. There's no light here because we are in the darkness. And secondly, we need police station. Most of the things that are going on, because we need security. There's no police station around here. Once it's 7 p.m., you see people start coming in because of the road. So that's why we need government. Let government come to our aid.
This structure here is no shrine, neither is it just any structure that was put here. If you haven't lived in a community that has a pit toilet, then welcome to a typical example of a pit toilet. And it's right here in Yimitu community in Abuja. Now what happens? The person who wants to use the toilet moves into the toilet. There's a hole there. He goes into the hole, squats and does his thing. There you have your toilet in Yimitu community. And most toilets in this community are like this. Tell us about the problem for this place where we did.
The problem wey we get for dis place where we dey, there is no light, no good road and no water. We are really suffer here because the heat is too much. So as you can see, many people they are falling sick because there is no electricity, there is no light. We are living in the darkness in this place, which we are begging for government to come and help us. We are suffering here. That is all I have to say.
How do you think government can help you people?
By bringing electricity for us. At least when there is electricity, many things work. All women, they are ready to do business. We can even sell pure water in the front of your house if there is a light. But now nobody, all women, they are sitting down at home because doing nothing. Because things are not moving well. Understand, Oga? If there is light, one business or the other, population too, you see people coming to this village. But if you can see, the village is not much because there is no light, nothing.
So they're not the fee government at all for you.
Nothing like government hand in this place, Oga.
So in your own view, what will be the problem we will get for this community?
We have a lot of problems in this community. Number one, you can see our sister saying about the light, and we are facing challenges. There is many women sitting at home, not doing nothing because of no business. But if the government can help us to bring the light, we will so appreciate to help us.
Well, how is in our living condition here? I see children. I see how far would they play for? How the children they play? Where do they play? How do they go toilets? Do they go school? They get school when they go?
My brother, no. If the government can help us with the school too, we need a school. You can see the children playing around. No school. And we need health center and security. If you see now, people are dying in this road because no security. And we need the government to help us and send like some police, like who's there now, they kill one man, throw the woman inside the pit. That people have been dying, killing in the bush, along the road. So we need government to send security and this school. So children will go to school and the life of the children will save.
Sickness, uncle.
A lot of last year, if you can record the children that died, God Almighty, like how many children die because of all this disease, or you will hear this one is disease, this one is so many things. Children are dying. So we are pleased to the government to just look to this village to come and help us. We need the help.
Those of them know how to play. Okay, thank you. Okay, the real reason why we are here, we say, Oga, we come this community, come ask, what is the problem for this community? What till una they face for here? Because I see una they play game, una they happy, but it means say una they happy with all the life when they around.
This community, where are they here, are not happy, but right there. If you see this Lord now, if you follow come here, like from Waru to here, Lord there, light there, water there. So that's community. That's the problem with that community. They get light, get everything. So now you don't tire to go government place where they need that everything to help us. Up to now, you don't see something come. See the pole where somebody put pole, bring where we go put our telephone.
So, pole day, but no light.
No light. Pole there, but no light. Light, there for this community. So now, if you see person go inside jail or purity with your own jail where you go buy for put down. So now community go inside.
Where una dey see fuel from? Because I no see any fuel station.
For Apo.
Una go all the way to Apo.
You go Apo, go buy.
From here to Apo, how much?
You reach 200.
200 naira.
200 naira.
You be young man. Yes, wetin una dey do as young men?
No, I know they do anything.
You no get work. You never marry.
Na farmer I dey do.
You dey do farm. You get farm for here.
Yes, they don't help me.
So how the farm dey? If you farm, now where you dey sell the product, or you just na farming just for you and your family?
No, I dey buy products for Kabusa.
You dey sell your farm produce. You dey sell. Where you dey go sell?
For Kabusa.
So when you buy, when you don't farm finish, you don't harvest, you carry and go Kabusa go sell.
Yes, sir.
That you dey make money well from that.
Yes, sir.
This thing.
Yes, sir.
Like how much you dey make per month?
No, we dey sell am. If problem start, we carry some beans small. We carry and go Kabusa. We sell am. We solve our problems.
Okay, so now only when you get money problem, you go dey carry go sell. You know they sell when you no get problem.
No, sir.
So you go just dey here, they do no, they do anything. They play game.
Just like game we dey play now.
But you feel say na so your life supposed to dey be.
No.
What do you think say government could fit do to help you?
I need government to help me to do some works.
You go school?
Yes.
Which kind of school you go?
Secondary school.
Okay, so which kind of work you want work?
Okay, now.
Tell me now,
yes.
which work you go?
Yes, if I get school again, I want journal.
Okay, you still want go school?
Yeah,
How many years you be?
I 30 now.
30. Sir, so many problems dey this your community. Wetin you as chief dey do about the problem for this community?
To, damuwan da ina nan gari ba mu da wuta, ba mu da ruwa, hanyarmu ba kyau. Jaran gari muna so makaranta, asibiti.
Okay. He's saying the problem of this community is we have lack of electricity and primary healthcare and school, also the road. That's the problem we are facing. And he, as a chief, is reporting about all this problem we are facing, but there is no action taken unless this electrical sitting, the government has been trying to give us light, but the work has stopped.
Okay, they just put poles.
Yes.
They just put poles. Eh? Okay. Who did he report to? Ask him.
Okay, get to akwụkwọ na nka.
Na gaya ma ciyama ya ce zai gani, har yanzu bai zo ba. Abun da ya rage daga wajen ba kawo mun tarfoma ba da wayoyi shine ya rage.
Who is the chairman?
Da kwa sha yi wayoyi.
His son is reporting to our representative in this our ward. That is our honorable councillor. That is Mr. Aminu Barde, which is the one to represent us in this ward from our ward to Municipal Area Council. So he has reported this thing to him so that for him to take the report to our local government chairman, that is Honorable candidate.
Do politicians come here when they want to get votes? Do politicians come here to come and campaign?
Yes.
I want you to ask him.
Okay. Dog.
Which ones have come here?
As yes, I them a bear as about campaign. Then you are bear. I can't go back.
A yanzu haka ba wanda ya zo kamfe. Suna zuwa ai kamfe. Amma nan yanzu nan ba su zo ba.
He said they have been coming, but for now, no one's come for now.
Ask him which ones came last, and what did they tell them this problem when they came?
As I was kuma ben ha in Kana, how you were doing, habaku damwe gaba.
Damuwa na gaya ma Aminu. Wuta shine yayi kokari ya koma porwa yana. Da ciyama. Na gaya musu damuwa. Duk da ruwa, duk da hanya.
Okay. He has given them this complaint for their campaign period, especially our representative in our ward, that is Honorable Councillor, including the chairman, say he has problem for electricity and the primary HA and the school and the road. So he have reported this issue to them.
But nothing has happened.
No, nothing has happened unless this electricity pole.
So what would he like to tell government or ask from government that will take this community out of poverty?
To, ba za rasa ba. Yanzu na ga an kawo mana wuta, an kawo mana makaranta da asibiti da hanya ko su zo su yi mana fara sunan to damuwa ya fita a gari.
Okay. He said that especially our problem, if there is electricity, this our poverty may reduce because there is improvement. If there is light in community, you can see many things has happened. It will reduce the poverty of this community.
Okay, so we're here with the president of the African Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Ayodeji. Additional. I heard that today, so I'm used to calling it now. Of course, he's proudly Nigerian. The Nigerian story wasn't very palatable, especially considering the fact that they said that 80% of its almost 119 million population are in poverty, and the bank calls this unacceptable. Why is this data? Why do you think this data is really not in tandem with what is released probably quarterly by the National Bureau of Statistics in Nigeria?
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is that use any data you want. Poverty is poverty. And the fact of the matter is that it's a challenge that all African countries face, that a great share of the population actually lives in poverty, despite the fact that we've had significant growth rates. And don't forget, if you take all other African countries together, over 32 African countries grew at 3 to 5% last year. And in fact, 12 countries grew at well above 5% last year. And so the issue is not so much about the growth, it's really the inclusiveness of the growth and how much the growth process is able to carry millions of people out of poverty. I think what you find in general all across Africa is that it seems to be quite structural, that the growth process doesn't carry lots of people in the rural economy with it. And when you have over 70% of the population that's locked in poverty, structural poverty in the rural area, that explains that particular challenge. I think the issue, however, is what's been done about it. I'm not going to quibble about numbers. I'm more interested in what's been done about it. But take it, if you take a look at the poverty situation, I think what's even more we should be more worried about is the fact that a lot of young people are poor, and some of them that are working, quite a number of them that are working, are in fact are underemployed. Not only in Nigeria, but it's a big problem that we have in Africa. As I look at television and I see young people that fall off from boats on the Mediterranean Sea, and it really breaks my heart. And that's not the kind of future that we want for young people. We want an economy, or our economies in Africa, growing very, very well, obviously, but they also have to grow in a way that's inclusive. But also takes the issue of youth employment as the very center of it. So it's not just enough to say that I'm growing. People need to feel the impact of that growth. And that's why I say that it's very important for growth to carry millions of people out of poverty, but most importantly, to create a lot of jobs, and I mean quality, decent jobs for a lot of young people.
A group of thought says that poverty is a state of mind. Yes, I agree, but poverty is also visible. Poverty can be eaten. Poverty can be felt. Poverty can be seen. You have seen a bit of it in Yimitu community. This is the road to Yimitu community, full of stones, lack of security, lack of health care, lack of even something as basic as electricity. Right here on this road, I am told that someone was killed on his way back home. Where is the government, you would ask me? Where are the politicians that come here to campaign every now and then for votes? Your vote is your power, they say. So, probably when you are voting next time in the polling center, you will think of communities like Yimitu and Durumi that we went to last week. That's global business. We've looked at poverty and inequality in the society, the widening gap between the rich and the poor. Join us again next week for another edition. I am Imewere Uhiamokai. Like I said, it's always nice doing business with you, either in rich climes or poor climes. Have a great week.